What's going on, people? Alex here with another Market Watch video. Yes, we're real late. This should have been out, I believe, Sunday or Monday. One of these days I should have done a video, but I haven't done one. Got busy with stuff around the house, etc., etc. So we're back with the grind. I have a little different Market Watch for you guys. A lot of cards, a lot of tabs for you guys, and still no ban list. Where is the ban list? We're all wondering where is the ban list. But hopefully that comes out soon, later this week. I have a gut feeling that will be this Friday, and it will be active on Monday. So there's that feeling I have. Hopefully it's active by the 15th, so we can start buying cards, work on new decks ideas, etc., etc. So speaking of new decks ideas, this is what I think um, the Market Watch is mostly about. Deck building and deck cores that or cards of deck cores that may seem good to buy now, but you might want to wait or you want to take a risk or so. This is what I'm personally doing. These are my thoughts, and I'm trying to convince myself if I should buy this card or not, or hold on to them or sell them. So let's get started. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Help your boy. Help your boy. Help your boy. Our goal is to reach, I guess, 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So we'll see how we do that. So that's a little goal. Remember, share, share, share. Let everybody know to follow, follow, follow. Because we do things a little bit different. So, and yeah, it's always good to, give different point of views and different stuff. So, so let's get started with Curse Ellen. Eldritch as itself, I think it's a fair core to have. The only thing you're missing, or you might be missing, would be the Curse Airlines, which are better now as price points, because if you remember, Curse Airlines almost hit $35 at one point, and that's when I was playing. When the Curse Airlines were at 35, I bought them for, I believe, like 28 a piece or so, and then resold the deck. But you have a playset here for like under $75, so, and that's pretty much all you need. What is my perspective of this? I think Curse Airlines is gonna get hit to one. If you haven't watched my ban list prediction video, I'll leave the link down in the description. You can watch that as well. So should have done that first, right? But I think Curse Airline will go to one just because it cannot be searchable, and keeping it at one would be not a choke for the deck, but a good point to move forward as in knock down the power level of Curse Eldritch, because at this point it doesn't become an engine for other decks. It'll be mostly pure Eldritch at this point. People argue Sanguine going to one. I mean, Sanguine could go to one, but Curse Alien, if they really want to stop something, I think Curse Alien. My point of view right now, I do have the rest of the core. I'm just missing the Curse Aliens, and I'm just debating if I should buy the playset and hold and go down with the sync, because if this goes to one, most likely this will be around this price point, maybe $15 or so. But it's a we're in a different time right now, so I think most likely I think Curse Island's gonna go to two personally. Personally, think Curse Island's gonna go to two, so I'm just probably gonna buy the one, hold on to my one, and then go from there. Cause just go from there. If Curse Island does go to one, people are like, well, Eldritch is going to be a top deck because all you're going to do is play probably like two of the Black Awakening, which is understandably true. So why can they, a Black Awakening could hit 30s, maybe 40, because you only have 2 pages, and yeah. So another thing that you might want to have, if you're thinking, is, for myself at least, I'm thinking of having would be have one copy of Cursed Outland and then one copy of Black Awakening. Most decks don't play Black Awakening anymore. But if Cursed Outland does get hit, this would be the way to spit out Eldritch from the deck. So this is another card that I'm keeping in my radar and most likely will buy one and one just to see, and then go from there. If Sanguine goes to one, like, it doesn't matter. Like, the deck's still playable. Like, Sanguine's not that important. Like, you just probably play Black Awakening, honestly. So, like, it doesn't matter. If you didn't know, Dragon Maid Hospitality for Mystic Fighter, it's like $30 for a super rare. Why is the being used? Is because Dragon Link. They're spitting out the chamber Dragon made. Um, from your hand or your graveyard, so it's, you know, extender. Then you can send one Dragon Maid monster from the same attribute but different to the great. So there's a Foolish Burial and a Monster Reborn in one. So if you have this and you think it's bulk, just know they're like $30 a piece. Something very, very interesting that if this card doesn't get a reprint, I could see this go higher and higher, especially once the $1,400 from the government gets hit as well. So there's going to be a lot of buyouts. Primeth Mech Alemberdian. It's also a $30 card. Quickly going to $35 to $36 range. Closely going to 40 back where it was at its hype, but the Mathemax didn't do anything in particular in our meta. So this is all it is. It's just a card that if you know you have it, just know it's like almost $35. Almost $35. I guess same thing with the Mathemax Machina Metal Cruncher. It's also with the deck, so just know it's like $8 or $9. Nothing crazy on Eternity Code. You should start getting rid of Eternity Code cards because reprints are near us, right? Emancipator Researcher, still a great card, and it's still hanging at $33, $34 for the most part. Depending on Banlist and other stuff, Emancipator Research could go up back to $40, where it usually stand at before the ban list. No, before the ban list was like 60 at one point. But Emancipator Research, it's something that it's always going to be good. And if you control a rock, except itself, you can special summon it. So there's still combo power. You just have to be a little bit better. You definitely use Prosperity now for the deck. That makes it more consistent to search your missing pieces for your combo, etc., etc. So there's that going on, and I see Emancipator Researcher doing a comeback later, so just something to think about. Skystrike Age Rose, I think it's a card that I have a one, I believe, just one, and I'm gonna sell because it's like $19 for like no reason, dude. And I know people like their Skystriker Ace monsters, but I just think Ignition Assault being reprinted soon, there's probably gonna get a Prismatic Rare in the Mega 10. I'm just gonna sell it for like $17 because there's no need for me to have it. I don't play Sky Strikers. I'm not a big fan of Sky Strikers just because the play style, if that makes sense. But that and Engage is Engage is gone. So just that. Oh no! We accidentally deleted a tab. But Evil Hero Malicious Bane, it's still $100. You have all these foreign ones that we kind of don't care too much about, but if you want English ones, you're looking pretty much 110. A lot of new people here. A lot of new people. So it's about $100 to $110. So crazy value. Legendary Duelist in Immortal Destiny, I believe it's supposed to get reprinted this year. Next year. The end of next year with the Legendary Duelists that they're doing. So I believe this is the next one with Magician Souls. I think those are the next ones that should be reprinted in their own reprint set. So yeah, are you gonna hold a $100 card just to hold on to it? It could go higher. You still have probably a year if you're gonna have this card. So I don't see them panic selling them right now. And I wouldn't sell them right now. Unless you need the money or you need something else. But same thing with Evil Hero at Dusted Gold, I think. Just being apparently you use 3 of these in the deck, which is insane to me that you use in this card for like $110 each. So that's already like $400 just in 4 cards, which is Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Evil Hero, they anything hero they like. So what is my final thought of this? Don't sell them yet. I personally will hold on to them a little bit more, see if they can peak $150. If so, as we closer get to the reprint announced to Legendary Duelist Season 3, then that's when I will start thinking of getting rid of them. unless you need the money now. Same thing with Curse Necrophir. It's a $20 card for no reason, quickly going to $25 to $30. Same thing, I would hold on to this until it hits 30, 35, then sell it at that point. Nice little artwork. I love the artwork, but I would love to see this as a secret rare, just personally. Scrap Recycler is something that I have, and I'm picking up more copies just because I feel like Orca is going to come back, and Appaloosa is going to be a little bit better now that we're getting a little bit of a Monster Effect format. This is for future format. So Scrap Recycling, this card used to be $10, $12 a piece when Orca was at its peak. Of course, Harp, you know, was a 3, etc., etc. But I think getting a playset for like $9 or under, I think it's always a good buy. Scrap Recycler is just a good card that you can just do cute little stuff. Orchestra Returns, a card that hasn't had a reprint yet, and for the most part, they're just like $16, I believe. Yeah, they're like $16. It says draw 2. It says draw 2. I have my playset just sitting there because I got them when they're like 20s. So I'm not selling them, but I'm keeping the first editions. If Orcus does make an impact in the format, you can believe that Orchestra Return is gonna go back to $30+ since it's Soul Fusion, old set. So just know that that can happen. So what else is here? Gears 2, the Orcus Mech Knight card. I was recommended this when it was the 20s. No one wanted to listen, and now they're like 30s. You have a playset here for under $100. That sounds nice, right? Under $100 a playset, right? Yeah, I'm thinking myself picking up more, but then at the same time, I'm like, well, reprints are near. They could get reprinted soon. Do I really want to drop $90 on this and take a gamble, or do I just be happy with my playset and just keep my playset? Now, if we do get Harp to 1, automatically Gears becomes $50 to $60 off the bat, just because quantity and demand. I think that's how that goes. But right now, I'm thinking of picking up another playset, but I'm still debating on it. I don't know what to do yet. I don't need it, but I would like to have another one, just, you know, because it's me. Did I say, remember, like, comment, subscribe if you're still watching, you know, this late? Blackluster Soldier, Soldier of Chaos. It's a card that I don't know why you guys want this $100. I understand it's a good card, but I'd seen no meta play. I understand it's Blackluster Soldier. I understand it's a Link 3. I understand you can manage a card on field. I understand he gains a 1500. I understand you can OTK with this, but this is getting reprinted in the Ghost series, Ghost from the Past, and I understand the Ghost series are supposed to retail for like $15.99, I believe, but pretty much people are like, no, we're gonna retail them at $30 because we can, and etc. etc. So, that's another argument. So, it's gonna be hard to get. The Ghost Rare is gonna be up there. Ghost Rare probably be around $500, honestly, if I'm being honest with you guys. And this card, yeah, I see it hitting $100, and nothing against it. What do you think that when the Ghost Rare comes out, it's gonna drop in value? Probably not. It might drop a couple dollars, but don't expect this to be $50 after the reprint. This is hard to get, and Ghost Rare is gonna be harder to get. So it's not like we're getting a whole bunch of Ghost Rares out in the market to calm this price down. No. You're probably getting one Ghost Rare per case, if possibly 2 or 3. I don't know the ratios yet, and yeah, this is gonna keep climbing and stay out on the $90 price point that I think personally. Prank Kids, it's like almost a $10 card, and yeah, I remember this card being like $5 and then like $1 at one point, and I was like, I'm never gonna play Prank Kids. It's not gonna be good. And then I should have bought them when they were like $3 to $4. I was like, no, it's expensive. And then look at now, it's like double. And yeah, that's where we are. While since we're here, I don't have the field spelled. While the field spelled, what are you at? Wow, $15 for a field spelled. So you know, Prankers aren't gonna do anything. So Hidden Summoners could be reprinted also in the Megaton. So, but we have no information for that yet. So if you guys watched my announcement of OTS 16 being reprinted, OTS 16 having a reprint of Droplets, which is amazing. Some people were selling these at 90, like all over Facebook, all over the internet. Like people were trying to get rid of this at 90, and I was like, why y'all getting rid of it? You still have 3 months to play with this. Ultimate is still gonna be the highest rarity. It's not like more copies are of Rise of the Duel is gonna get pushed out of the market. People panic selling. So did understand that. So droplets are back to 115. They're not longer 120. So 115 a nice little cool. I believe competitive people that have their droplets are gonna sell them after they get their ultimate rares. I think that's where we're gonna see people out there, and still gonna be $100 price range. I don't see this dropping under 90. If I'm being honest with you, I don't see this dropping under 80. 80 would be my lowest for droplets. And if it drops under 80, then just grab it at that point. Like honestly, like droplets still gonna be a good card, especially if we go back in a combo meta. Droplets can be super abused with Orcas just because everything goes to grave. So something to think about later, not now, later. Did you guys know Minerva, the Exalted Light Swarm? It's like $15 for like no reason, because it's just, well, it's not because of no reason. You have 2 copies of Minerva. Either you have the World Championship, I believe, Ultra, which is like $1,500, or you can get the Secret Rare. And I myself have 3 places of Minerva. I should have picked up more and more, because I started picking up when they're like $5. $5 Minervas, and I'm like, well, unless this gets on a reprint, but it's a secret rare, it's the highest rarity. Right now they're $15. Do I think about selling them yet? No, because Light Swarms aren't doing nothing in the meta. There's no support. There's nothing like that. And even if this gets a reprint, still the highest rarity. I got them at $5, which is fairly cheap. So, no, unless I want to, and the copies are going away, unless people cost a buyout, then I'm not. If this card's hit probably like $25 plus, then we're talking a different. Then we're having a different conversation. Niburu, the Primal Being, just know that it's like $10 for the gold rare, dude. Like that's nasty. Like that's just nasty. Seeker is like 13 or 14, going back to their 15 original price where they were most at. And then Nibiru's people are starting to sell them for like $95, $96. People are seeing Nibiru's there's not much combo decks out there, and Nibiru's not just doing good enough right now. Expect Nibiru to go lower and lower. Number 39, Utopia Astral. Still $350. I'm not a big Utopia fan, so I'm not really picking this up. So, Divine Arsenal Zeus. Just know it's $70, 70 plus. $70 plus for a Zeus. Yes, we should have picked this up when it was a 40. For some reason, we were like, no. Look at that. Just nice little value now on Zeus. And what do I think about Zeus? I think Zeus is going to get pushed out of the format. Little by little. A lot of people are not making Zeus. Most people are only playing 1 Zeus now. They usually play 2. So, I think Zeus, it's in particular just for 1 deck at the moment. Well, 2 decks. I see Melphis do it, which is not a real deck, just saying. And then I see Zodiacs doing it, which is the main purpose of this. So, and after Zodiacs go out of the way, then this would drop back in price, and it's fandom rate. So, we'll see what happens with that. Same thing with Access Code Talker. It's like an $85 card, quickly going to the 90s. This is more generic, but Zeus is better because you can do it on your opponent's turn, while this cannot. So those are just my thoughts on those cards. Either you have one or the other. You can't have both in the same deck. I think that's not high IQ, if that makes sense to me. Totally awesome. Just know it's almost like a $4 or $5 card, dude, for the rare. Remember when it was $1 on release day? Told you guys to pick it up, but you don't want to listen. So, told you it's a negate, dude. It's a negate. Cards I'm recommending to pick up, and myself I'm picking up right now, and I'm definitely picking up. Get as many places as I can. It's Titan Cider. I think that's how you say that, but I think it's good. This gets better in a control format. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls that was special from the extra deck. Changes attack to 0, and if you do, negates an effect. Pretty good card. pretty good card. And our first editions for like under $4, I think it's fair. Even if it gets reprinted, it's a first edition that eventually we'll see play. Plus you have Apollosa there, so it's a nice little thing. Solemn Judgment, all Solemn Judgment are going up over time. And I'm still recommending Secret Slayer because it's a clean judgment. It's not an ultra, looks super clean. And $2 or under, it's pretty good. Trap Trick's another card I still recommend for people to have. Just have your playset. Nothing crazy, just because it could go over time. And it's going over time. And Trap Trick's always nice. Always a good card. Lastly but not least, Cyberstain. I'm picking this cards up because GOAT format. And it's just a clean secret rare. And yeah, that's all it is. Well, thank you all for watching. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Hope you like the market.